So, ladies and gentlemen, today we're doing a VOD review, a coaching session with a Diamond 1 player on Jett on Bind. A lot of good stuff is coming up. Let's see what this guy can improve on Bind. Bind is also the first map that I have covered in my Jett playbook on my Jett to Immortal series. Tomorrow I'm going to cover the defender side of Bind as well, and you can access these exclusive coaching videos and exclusive playbooks on my Discord server if you're a Twitch sub, YouTube member, or Discord server subscriber. But I mean, half of my community is currently like, a Discord sub, so I mean, all of you guys have access to the folders. Now, let's see what this guy can improve, and let's see what I can do for this friend. The VOD is quite short. It's only like 26 minutes, to be honest. We'll see, like, why is it so short? Did they get stomped? Or they stomped the enemies? I cannot wait to see this. Okay, this is couching. Couching table is here. And this is the tracker, this is everything. By the way, if you don't know which song I'm playing at the start of the streams, this is the song. Right here. Yamamoto rap, burn, daddy snap, blah blah blah, something like that. Now, so, let's go. He is from, is this Moldova or Romania? Is this Moldova or Romania? How can I check the flag? Why is it not show, like, when... Is this Romania or Moldova? I'm always missing those two flags. Like, what the hell, bro? Geography is Charlatan. Charlatan GeoGuessr. Okay, so his peak is Ascendant 3, and his current rating is Platinum 3. Yo, bro, Dinger man, thank you a lot for 10 gifted subs. Romania, bro, like Andrew Tate country, bro. Okay, listen, guys. So, Andrew Tate shelter. Now, when he sent this VOD, he was Diamond 1, so I'm gonna categorize this guy as a Diamond 1 player. End of the story. Now, let's see his tracker. His ADR is surprisingly really high. Like 160 damage per round is quite good. Like, it's really good for a duelist player. Like, I have nothing to crap. Like, that is a good score. Headshot percentage and generally, accuracy with weapons can be improved a bit, but 27-29% is fine. Like, literally. Yo, PV, what the? Holy crap, I'm sweating here, man. I'm sweating here. By the way, chat, we reached our subscribers goal, and the subscribers goal was what? On 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing a 24-hour stream. But that stream, I'm going to do once I complete the Jett to Immortal series, okay? And then maybe we can start like Omen to Immortal, and I can do like Omen to Immortal in 24-hour stream. Either it's going to be a 24-hour stream or a subathon. Something like that. I've never done that before, and it's gonna be hell of a time. Now, when it comes to his accuracy with the weapons, it's pretty solid. I mean, I'm a Radiant player, and I have worse headshot percentage than this guy. So, chill, boys. Chill, chat. His KD is very concerning. Like, why is it 1.5? Like, why is he dying so many times? I mean, this is not a really good representation of matches. Like, 32 matches is nothing. But 1.5 KD with a duelist, like, you can probably do better. I mean, on race, he has 1.3. Why is his KD so low? Like, what's his place? To be honest, Brimstone ruined him, man. Like, fuck. Listen, guys. Listen. If already something, like, up to Immortal 3, team compositions in Valorant don't matter at all. It doesn't matter if you're playing Jesus Christ. As long as you have a controller, any controller, you're fine. Like, don't fill in if you're already performing so well with such a high win rate with different agents. Like, on Raze, he has 72% win rate. Play Raze. On Reyna, 50%. To be honest, with Jett, he is kinda poo-poo caca, and today we're going to see why he's poo-poo caca with the Jett. To be honest, like, you know, 1.0 KD with the Jett is not really good. You can have much higher KD with the Jett and basically choose a better gunfights and better outcomes of the gunfights. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know why would you play Brimstone if, like, where do you even play Brimstone? Where does he play Brimstone? Is it Fracture? He plays Brimstone on Lotus. Why would you play Brimstone on Lotus? Instead of... Why are you playing Reyna and Brimstone on Lotus? Play Raze on Lotus. Like, Raze and Jett are the best duelists on Lotus. Just play Raze and Jett. What's the problem? Fuck that crap. On Ascent, he's playing Brimstone instead of Jett and Raze. Bro, like, from the agents that you're maining here, from your main characters, listen. Ascent, Jett and Raze. Lotus, Jett and Raze. Pearl, Jett and Phoenix. Jett and Phoenix. Haven, Jett and Raze. Split, Jett is the best character on Split. Like, literally, you need to learn the Jett. In the lobbies, below Immortal 1. In the lobbies above Immortal 1, I would play Raze instead of the Jett. Bind, I mean, Raze is better than Jett, but today we're doing, like, you know, the Jett. I personally, you know, up to Immortal 1, I feel that the Jett is much more impactful with getting kills and getting out on the maps such as Bind, Split, and Ascent. And on these three maps, I would definitely play, like, Jett instead of the Raze, up to Immortal 1. From Immortal 1, I would just, you know, play Raze instead of the Jett, like on Bind, for an example, and on Split as well. On Fracture, you're maining Reyna. You have 100% win rate with Reyna. I mean, on Fracture, Raze is the best. Jett is okay, Reyna is okay, like, it really doesn't matter. Like, only thing that doesn't add up to your team composition and to your overall, like, main agents is why the hell would you play on Lotus like Brimstone and Reyna? It doesn't make any sense. On Lotus and Ascent, Brimstone. I mean, playing Brimstone on Ascent in a Platinum lobby, in a Diamond lobby. If you already want to play some Smoker, and you're already maining Jett and Raze, you should always play Omen. Omen is same playstyle, same everything. You can be aggressive, passive, you can abuse the same strategies and tactics that Raze and Jett players are doing. Just play, you know, Omen. Fuck the Brimstone. Like, Brimstone I would not touch up to Immortal 1. Like, from Immortal 1 you can play Brimstone, and you need to play the Brimstone on Fracture, for an example. Like, on Pearl you need to play Astra and Viper. But don't do it until then. Like, trust me, team compositions up to Immortal 1 really don't matter. You can win with 5 duelists, as long as you have any controller in the game. Now, okay, El Dokimus. Let's see the weapons. I mean, you're kind of better with Phantom than with the Vandal, to be honest. Like, I mean, you only have 55 kills with the Phantom, but you're much better with the Phantom than with the Vandal. Like, if I had this type of scores, where the guy has a higher headshot ratio with a Phantom than with the Vandal, how is that possible? I never seen that on anyone's tracker. Like, if you already have this type of scoreline and this type of performance on Phantom, just main Phantom, you know. And, you know, keep the Vandal as a secondary weapon and something that you just pick up from the ground or from the dead enemies. Spectre, Shorty nowhere to be found. Yeah, like, I need to use the Shorty as a primary secondary weapon, especially when you're playing Jett. Shorty should be in your pocket 24/7. Judge, 0 kills. What are you playing on Bind? Bro, right now, like, we are doing Jett to Immortal series. I have like 92% win rate with Jett on Bind. I'm just playing shotguns. Shotguns and Operator. You don't need anything else. It is so easy to carry the Platinum lobbies and Diamond lobbies with those noob-friendly weapons. Just look at the Cloud9. Do you know that the Cloud9 is the team that has the highest win percentage in eco rounds? Do you know why they have a highest win percentage? Because they're using Judges, Stingers, and that type of shit. Like, they're never playing Sheriffs, Marshals. They're always playing Shorties and noob-friendly weapons. Like, it's easier to get the kills. It's easier to trade yourself out. It's just easier to get the kills. especially when your aim is not working that day. It's a consistency, you know? I mean, obviously in eco rounds and pistol rounds, you're gonna fuck, you know, he sucks in eco rounds and in pistol rounds. Like in eco rounds, this KD with Raze, Jett, and Reyna is only possible if you're not abusing the shorty strategies. And if you're not abusing the shotguns and stingers. In pistol rounds, when the players have such a low KD, that usually means that they have zero strategies on pistol rounds, and they have no idea how to play pistol rounds on the maps. Like, first round in Valorant is very important. It is very important to have some kind of a strategy, good tactic for solo queue, and that is why you got me. And that is why you watch my VOD reviews. Now, should we buy Bucky or Shorty on Eco? Bucky doesn't exist for you. Bucky is a shit weapon. Like, until Shorty gets nerfed, Bucky doesn't have any place in the current meta. Like, Bucky and Ares, I would not touch in my life. No matter which agent I'm playing. Just Bucky, you know, 850 credits for what? Like, the weapon cannot one-shot anyone. Literally, like, I don't remember last time I killed someone with a Bucky. It's just, the weapon got nerfed to the ground. They need to buff the Bucky a bit, or they need to nerf the Shorty and the Judge a bit. You know? I don't know. They need to do something. In the full buy rounds, you're great, obviously. I mean, you're playing duelists and of course, like, you know, you should be great on the full buy rounds. Okay. Let's see what my GGDG is doing. Let's go on the ooh, flashbang incoming. Prepare, guys. Sorry. Flashbang. Did I play any matches this act? No. Thank you. Bind. Okay. Do you think they should make Shorty like more expensive? 500 credits. We have two things to do with the Shorty. What they can do with the Shorty is they can higher up the price but buff the weapon. So buff the Shorty and make it 400 credits. Or they can slightly increase the price to maybe 200 or 250 credits. Or they can just nerf the gun and nerf the price. Bring it back on, you know, like, basically less bullets, less damage, and that's it. I don't know. They have three options. Personally, what I would do with a Shorty, I would buff the weapon a bit, and I would increase the price to like 400, 500. Maybe I would increase the price to be similar to Frenzy, like 400. So if you want to play a Shorty in the first round, that's it. You're playing Shorty, Light Shield, and you have nothing else. Or you're playing a Shorty as a primary weapon. The biggest problem right now is abusers of classic pistol Shorty strategies in the first round. And guess who abused that strategy for the past 3 years? Yes, it's me, mama. It's me, mamma mia. So, let's go. Okay, bind. We're starting on the defender side. I think it should be one bullet, kill or die. One is more than enough when close. Come on, man, like, like the gun is a double barrel. The gun is a double barrel shotgun. How does it make sense that this gun has one bullet? I mean, it's like they're gonna merge this into one huge bazooka, like chamber. They would need to change every skin, man. It doesn't make any sense, you know. Like that would be kind of, you know, like too much for them. It's kind of not intuitive and kind of stupid. but it's a good idea as well, you know, one bullet like shotgun. But it just doesn't make sense because of game design and then, you know, like what is the second barrel for? Like, do I put my PP in there? Second barrel is like you know, those weird devices that I see online and that I never used. I swear, you know, on God, I never used it. Okay, listen. So, bind, defender side. Very simple story. Very simple story. First of all, let me stop the cheats. Okay, do this. So, listen. Bind. Your primary bomb site to defend on this map and your default bomb site on both attackers and defender side is the B site. Like, I will always prioritize defending the B site over A site on this map. Why? Because B site of bind has the lowest success rate of the retake out of any map in Valorant. In the last 3 years, I collected enormous amount of data from the players that I'm coaching, from my own VOD reviews and my own challenges, Iron to Radiant. And B set of bind has around 30% retake success rate in the solo queue. That is abysmally low. And the main reason for that is if your teammates are not pressuring the enemies from behind into the B long and into the window, pushing through these two choke points is hell of a time. It is borderline impossible to successfully retake the B site in a solo queue environment, in majority of the ranks. What they did to bind right now doesn't change anything about the map. Yeah, the choke point is a bit wider, it is easier to push in, but still it is the same shit. Like, I don't know how to fix this. Like, maybe it's gonna be a bit higher since the CT door is wider, but I don't know. Like, they need to do something better about the B side. But unfortunately, it is what it is. Like, we got this map. Now, so what does this mean for us? That the B side is your default site. That means that every single round, when you have no idea where the enemies are gonna go next, you have no reads onto the enemies, you want to prioritize defending the B side. So in the first round, you always want to defend the B side. How do I play the first rounds on bind in solo queue? I usually tell all of my hardcore sentinels, such as Chamber, Cypher, and Sage, to play on A. So they're playing A side, and they're defending A side with their hardcore sentinels ability. And I'm playing B side with two of my teammates. So in this example, we have like Gecko, Omen, we have a this is abysmal team composition for defender side. So in this example, I would probably put like Omen and Fade to play the A site. So I will just tell them Omen, Fade, go A, defend A, however you know, because Omen has a one-way smokes, flash, Fade has the dog, you get the point. And I will tell my Gecko and Reyna to play on B side with me. I will always, in the first round, do the classic pistol shorty strategy in this position, tell one of my teammates to bait for me in this position. The main purpose of this teammate is to destroy any recon utility, dog, wingman, anything that can reveal you on this position right here. And your second teammate should be getting the contact with the enemies and the information in B long, whether or not enemies are pushing the B side. Even if my teammates don't want to listen to this call, I will still perform a classic pistol shorty strategy in window, because that is the easiest kill that you can get on bind if the enemies are pushing in the first round B. Basically, you know, start here, classic shorty, light shield, and one smoke. You pick up the shorty, waiting for the enemies. When you think that the enemies are in this choke point right here, so enemies are pushing you like this, you're activating the dash ability and doing this. Taking the classic pistol from the ground and dashing away towards the bomb site. Maybe you can take a second fight here and then dash away, and that's it. Like, it is so easy to get at least one, if not multiple kills with a shorty in this choke point here. If the enemies are pushing only through the B long, then I would just take a classic pistol and I would defend the B long, you know, from the window or from the site, like, you get the point. But usually, at least one guy from the enemies will try to lurk up through this area of the map, so you will usually get at least one kill with yourself with a shorty. So, that is the first thing that you should do in the first round of buy. Let's see what he does. Of course, my dude is playing at the back of the B site, selling the map control to the enemies, and he doesn't give a fuck. I mean, to be honest, I didn't see how he started the round, but on bind, one of the primary mistakes is that people start the rounds way too passive. I see players consistently start the round here, 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 but here, here. But even if you're playing, even if you're playing Cypher, you should not sell this information and this information for your team. Like, you should not sell so much map control. You should at least try to jump spot the enemies, jiggle pick the enemies, and go back into the bomb site. Like, on bind, you cannot play this passively. Maybe in an eco round, halberd round, when I have a shorty only or a judge, yes, I'm gonna play a bit more passively. But in the first round, starting at the back of the site, like, it's stupid. Why? For multiple reasons. First reason is we're selling the map control to the enemies. Second reason is enemies can crawl up to here. I have no information for my teammates on A to rotate, and they can just aggressively execute the site and push, you know, in my face. So, always try to get at least some information. You don't need to fight the enemies, but just get some information for your team, where the enemies are, and how many of them are pushing through the B long and through the window area of the map. You can just do this, you know, jiggle pick this angle like this, try to go for one tap, go back onto the site, you know, go onto some off angle, play this position, play whatever position you want. Like, just never start this passively. Okay, let's move to the round. Okay, very good activation. I wanted to say, like, if he picks this without the dash, that would be very dangerous. Like, generally speaking, you know, I don't really like this gunfight from the left side, because enemies can easily penetrate through the window. And also, like, when you're peeking the enemies from this position, from right to left, like this gunfight is almost never working in your favor because of overall map design, map layout, and angle perception disadvantage. So this type of a position I'm going to pick only for the information, or I'm gonna pick with some kind of an escape agent. Jett dash ability, chamber, you know, teleport, Reyna dismiss, if I have the dismisses with Reyna, etc, etc. And of course, gorilla mode activated. You know, he gets a kill, all of his teammates are on site. To support him, nah, man, we need to push into the window. We need to take another gunfight and die and lose our numbers advantage. There, after taking that kill, my dude should have just went back into the site, played passively, and play a refrag potential with your teammates. Your job is done. Now, instead of him having 100 HP to fight the enemies, he has 5 HP. This gap can be actually very huge. Like, what is this Ohio smoke? Guys, this is Diamond 1 lobby. This is that, like, this is why I'm really sorry to my teammates that I played with, like, yesterday. I was really unprofessional, and you know, I don't know, like, I was very angry that I was losing the match in Jett to Immortal series, but come on, man, like, even if you're not playing controllers, you need to know what is good, bad, and optimal smoke. I cannot play match with these type of, like, what the fuck is this smoke in Diamond 1, Diamond 2 Ascendant lobby? How is this possible? This angle holding here, I just don't understand. Why would you hold? Gladios, welcome to stream, man. How are you today, bro? I just don't understand. Why would you hold this angle like this, closer to the wall, so enemies have easier time killing you when if they peek you through here, instead of holding it like this? I mean, if the reason is to peek the enemies Jett in the long, when your teammates get a fight, that is a good reason, and that is a good positioning. But if you wanted just to fight the window from this position, then I would just pull myself all the way back here, and I would do this. Because it is easier for me to hide my body around the wall if I pick that gunfight. Like, you're hiding faster by doing this and having less angle perception disadvantage than, you know, if you're holding the angle like this. This angle holding was bad. But this angle holding is good if he wanted to fight with his teammates in the B long and fight the Jett.
Oh, both. No.
So it was a good positioning, you know, because this was his idea.
One enemy remains.
Good job, good job.
Spike down, B.
The only thing is, like, you know, people are complicating ranked solo queue a lot. Like, trust me, you could have got this one kill with a classic pistol shorty as well, and that is 10 times more consistent than killing an enemy with a headshot in the B long area of the map. Like, with a classic pistol shorty strategy on Bind, I think I've never finished the round without killing at least one enemy. At least one enemy. Minimum two. Minimum one. And most of the times I kill like 2 players in the window. And also, like, you know, when you're rotating from B to A, you should just pick up the classic pistol, obviously, and just, you know, rotate from B to A. When you're pulling the rotations on a defender side of Bind, the only thing that I highly recommend you is don't blindly use the teleporters. Like, don't use this and don't use this if you don't have any support from your teammates in this and this area of the map. Like, I highly recommend you, like, to use the teleporters only when you're 100% certain that none of the enemies are in this area of the map. Or here and here. Or if your teammates are fighting those positions and you can fight with your teammates. I usually rotate on this map, you know, you'll always see me rotate through the CT area of the map. It's just easier, better, I don't know, like, just, I can, nothing is there to stop me, nothing is there to trip me, nothing is there to alarm bot me, you know, like, I'm there for my teammates always 24/7. When we play the Premier, I already played it, man, like, we lost one match, we won the one match. How good is Gecko on Bind? Gecko is a good replacement for Raze. Like, I would actually, on Bind, I would actually play Gecko instead of the Raze these days. If you don't have Raze and Sage in your team, I will play Gecko instead of them. Because then, even if you don't have a Sage wall on the attacker side, you can just plant the spike on A with a Gecko, and no one is risking their lives. Is Chamber the best Sentinel on Bind? But Chamber is shit on Bind because he doesn't have a TP setup anymore, like between the A set and B. I don't know, he is good for the aggro peaks and aggressive peaks, you know, because of his TP, but he is not as powerful as he was before. Sage is kind of like a must. In your, like, if you want to have higher chances of winning the Bind on the attacker side, you need to have Sage. Because planting the spike on A without Sage is hell of a time. Okay, now, whenever you win the first round on Bind and you're playing the second round, you always go with a Judge, Heavy Shield, and Utility. Always. Like, Judge is your primary eco, half buy, force buy, anti-eco weapon on this map. It is so easy with Jett on both attackers and defenders side to get the impactful kills, to retake the bomb sites, to push the enemies, and to close the gap with the enemies. Essentially, like, if you're not using the Judge with Jett, and you're not playing that playstyle, you're hurting yourself in the leg. Like basically, it's just stupid. Like, you want to use... And also, like, on a defender side, you know, you want to buy Operator from time to time, and you want to punish the enemies if they have poor utility usage. Now, in the first round, enemies went B, and we completely demolished the enemies. We completely demolished the enemies there. Let's use our brain for a second. Okay, we demolished the enemies on B. Now, we can use the rule of fear and evaluate our chances. Where are the enemies going to go next? What is the rule of fear? I'm going to type it right now in the chat. I think I have it, like, written. Yes. So basically, you know, players are usually afraid to repeat their mistakes from the previous rounds. And in this round, there are higher chances that enemies are going to play some kind of a default, or they're going to push the A site, then that they are going to push, you know, B site again. So in this round, I would position myself on A, play the lamps with a Judge, and just wait for the enemies to push and come into my face. I would not peek anything, I would not aggress anything, I'm just waiting for the enemies to come towards me. Because I'm playing an anti-eco round. Oh no, man, like, my dude bought a Marshall on Bind, bro. It really doesn't make any sense to play Marshall and to play, like, Sheriff on Bind. Map is such a close quarter map where you primarily want to abuse the shotguns, you want to abuse the Stinger and Spectre, and you want to abuse the Operator. Will your playbook also include how to retake sites with each agent? Yes, sir. Like, playbooks will include how to enter the bomb sites, how to play that agent on both attack and defense, how to retake the bomb sites, all of the small tips and tricks, like everything is going to be on one place, so that you don't need to look at this video, that video. Plus, everything is based on my data that I've collected in the last 3 years, plus everything is based on my experience and how I've coached the players in the last 3 years on different agents. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. Like, wasting the dash ability to pick the enemies with a Marshall in an eco round, anti-eco round? Why the fuck? By the judge. Bro, 2 reasons why Marshall doesn't make sense on bind. First reason is, map favors close range weapons and favors like shotgun playstyle. Second reason is, when you end up in a third round, in a bonus round, when you save this Marshall for a third round, it is much better to have a judge or to have a Spectre instead of stupid Marshall and relying on the one-tap potential to kill the enemies. Like with a judge and proper movement and proper utility usage with the Jett to close the gap with the enemies, you have like such a high kill potential in those type of rounds. That is why, you know, I think on my tracker you will find that I have some of the highest. Let me find my tracker for the Jett series, for an example. Like, so, Jett series. Let's see what type of statistics I have there. Where do you see that? Weapons? Here. Look at this. Like, in every single round, I'm useful. Look at my pistol rounds. Look at my consistency in the pistol rounds. I have the highest KD in the pistol rounds. Why? Because I always know which bomb site I should play. I always have a strategy and a plan on both attack and defense. Voila. And my semi and ecos are never falling behind too much compared to my full buy rounds. Because I know which weapons are the best for bonus rounds, eco rounds, half buy rounds, and which strategies work the best in solo queue. And look at my shorty statistics. You need to use shorty more, you know, to refrag yourself, and that's it. Like, this account is in the same lobbies as where this player is right now. I swear everyone buys Marshall because of 10s. Lost many rounds because 3 or 4 players buying Marshalls and missing shots. You can buy Marshalls, you know, if you're playing in a pro environment and a team environment. But in a solo queue, that's a stupid playstyle. Like, if you truly want to reach Radiant as soon as possible, and be a Radiant player, and someone actually finds about you, and you make a name out of yourself, like, you need to follow a very specific playstyle for solo queue. Very specific. And what did I say before this round? Enemies are gonna go A. Use your brain, guys. Think how the enemies are gonna think. Put yourself in a position of enemies that you're playing against. Put in their mentality, in their mindset. Aha, we just lost the round on B, let's go A. And now my guy has a Marshall and goes to retake the A site. I mean, probably they're gonna win this round, but, you know.
In smoke. Right now, smoke.
Mistake. A bit of a mistake here. Whenever you have a long-range weapon, like, whenever you're retaking the A side with Jett, you always wanna... I mean, whenever you're retaking the A side with any agent, and you have a long-range weapon, if no one is on tower, you wanna go on tower. Because from tower, you can clear so many different angles with a long-range weapon. And first you wanna go tower, clear all of these angles, methodically, one by one, and then you're dropping into the site. Like, only with the close-range weapons, I would rotate through here, and try to fight for the lamp's control and take the lamp's control. Like, if I have a Marshall or Vandal, I'm going up there. I'm clearing, you know, that box, this angle, that angle, this angle, that angle, that angle, that angle, that angle there. Always clear that and that. And then, you know, I'm moving into the site with my teammates. I mean, right now, he would have supported his teammates much better with, you know, Marshall than I mean from the tower with Marshall than from this city.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, not bad. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I mean, it's really bad. Like, the mindset is bad. His game decisions, I can already see, are not the best. Like, the guns that he's buying, the positions that he's playing. At least one good thing is he's prioritizing the B site over the A site. Now, in this round, once again, we need to use our brain a bit. So, in this round, statistically speaking, higher chances are that enemies are going to push B than they're going to push the A site. Why? Because in the first round they went B, in the second round they went A, and what I'm trying to predict is that enemies are going to play some kind of AB setup. Like, that is a very usual and the most common pattern that players use when they're pushing on attacker's side. What is the AB rule and AB setup? Like, players every single round are trying to do something different from what they did in a previous round, thinking that they're unpredictable, but in reality, they're just more predictable. If every round you're doing something different, I just know what I should not expect in the next round. I mean, that's stupid. So in this round, it's good that he's playing B. I just don't know what he's gonna do with Marshall. I mean, if I had Marshall in this round, probably I would pick the enemies a bit aggressively in the window or aggressively in the B long.
I can blind for you if you want.
Yeah, like right now that is. Let's go. This is good. Good try. This is actually good. That's actually good. Like, I mean, with an eco weapon on B side, such as Marshall, like, you need to go for some aggression early on.
Here.
But now they need to fall back because if the enemies lurk through the B long area of the map, they're going to have a hell of a time. Like, after missing that shot there, I would not make any second thoughts. Like, I would instantly, you know, I go for this peek, I miss the shot, that's it, I'm out. I'm instantly trying to hold this angle here, this pixel angle, trying to headshot the enemies and hold the long area of the map.
It's B.
And now, because he didn't have this game decision, he cannot effectively fight the enemies with the Marshall. He will be in a close range and he will need to use a ghost instead of using the Marshall. I mean, generally speaking, why the fuck would I want to play Marshall in a second round on bind on a defender's side? It doesn't make any effing sense. Play the Judge, man. Giga Chad weapon, man. Like, you're running in there, like, dashing into their faces, like, fighting them face on. You're like a Mike Tyson, man, like, with the Judge.
B long or?
Yep.
Very poor buy options and poor economy management, in my opinion. Like, you need to, like, whenever you're buying something, whenever you're managing your economy, you need to think like 1, 2, or 3 steps ahead. Like, Valorant is like a chess. Like, you consistently need to predict what's gonna happen, what do you think is gonna happen based on previous rounds, previous match experience, previous this, previous that. Like, you cannot just play on autopilot mode and be like, okay, I'm gonna buy Marshall, I'm gonna one-tap everyone. Who the fuck are you gonna one-tap? You're platinum diamond, man. Chill, bro. You know, I'm shit. You are shit. We're all shit, bro. You play on something that is consistent.
Yep.
Going for that shot there was completely fine, and that is something that I would have done as well. His Gecko didn't give a His Gecko was like, fuck it, man. Like, I'm gonna... This boombot is hitting both of us, man. Okay. A bit poor game decisions. Are we gonna win this? What happened in this round?
Or?
Yep.
What are enemies doing?
One enemy remaining. Spike.
Bro! Our teammates destroyed them, man. Good job to our teammates. Good job to our teammates, bro. Like, but now, look at this. We're 3 versus 1. We're 3 versus 1. Discipline, absolute 0. Absolute 0 discipline. Now they're all gonna peek one by one.
Down B.
You know, Reyna peeked alone, took a long gunfight. Now this guy is destroying the wall. Look at this. Let's go.
Left side.
Last player standing.
Why would I hold that angle? Why didn't she use a dog there? If I was playing Faye there, I would use all of my utility to make the pressure onto the Raze so that my Omen can come up to me. We reveal the Raze, we know where Raze is, and we can fight together. Why would I even peek that angle if I have 2 dogs?
Standing.
Oh, no. 78. Headshot.
Planted.
Ah, this guy is so slow, man. This guy is so slow. What is he doing? Chat, Omen is trolling, man. Why didn't he flash her there and push her and kill her? He doesn't have time.
What the?
Bro, this guy is still very low, man. Okay. Ooh. Operator in a 4th round. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. Now, in this round, I generally have no idea what the enemies are gonna do. Like, you know, in the last round they pushed B. In the first round they went B, second round A, third round B. Like now the highest chances are they're gonna try to push A again. But, I mean, the last round they won on the B side. So, you know, in those type of rounds when you have no idea where the enemies are gonna go, just play B. But with this op, you know, he needs to play something better now. Listen, please, don't waste your dash ability in this area of the map if you have no information whether or not enemies are coming there, and if enemies never saw you with an operator there. Plus, if you notice in the previous rounds that enemies are not using the recon utility to clear this area of the map, don't waste the dash to peek this. So how should he play this round with operator on the long? Like, enemies don't know that I'm playing operator. They're not using recon utilities there. So I would hold this angle here close to the wall, try with this type of a crosshair placement, try to kill the enemies, activate the dash, 2, 1, 0, get another kill and get out. Instead of doing some shit like this and wasting my dash. Now enemies are not coming, enemies are going A. I wasted my dash for the retake. Stupid. And always keep the shorty as a secondary weapon when you're playing operator. Always. Like, especially on the retakes, that shorty is going to be 10 times more valuable on bind than a classic pistol. Absolute waste of a dash ability. Absolute waste of a dash ability. Ooh, in this round, even if you have operator, I mean, if your teammates right now pick a contact in the showers, and they're fighting enemies in showers, I would actually teleport to kill the enemies. And to make even greater numbers advantage. Yo, how did Premier Games go? We won 1, lost 1. We just need to win 1 and to qualify. Like, we have 3 more matches, and we need to win 1 more to qualify for the playoffs. Ooh! What a bad game decision. What a bad game decision. Guys, listen. First of all, I'm not a wizard. Like, I'm truly not a wizard. And, number 1. Number 2, I'm never watching these videos and these VODs beforehand. But if I can predict where the enemies are going to go in 90% of the rounds, you can do it as well. And you need to trust yourself, especially when you're playing Jett with operator. You want to play the exact bomb site where the enemies are going to push next. Okay? Think, use your head. Enemies went B, they went A, they went B. Highest chances are they're gonna go A. We destroy the enemies on one side. Maybe they're gonna go into a pussy mode and now they won't be they'll be afraid to push the same bomb site. Like, think, use your brain. Come on. This game decision here to use the you know, teleporter was shit. Like, I would never use a TP if my teammates are not fighting for this area of the map. If his teammates were here and fighting in the showers against this Raze, I would use the TP and I would fight with Raze. But teleporting with AWP here without the shorty, you're dead. I mean, maybe he's not dead, but you get the point.
Spike down A.
Imagine right now if he had a shorty. Dash activated, updraft dash in the face, baba, baba 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 booey.
Spike
Well,
planted.
this is like maybe Diamond, but in some another universe. Like that Raze is Diamond, but you know, Diamond in silver.
Player standing.
One ramp. Silver minus 92.
Ooh, empty there. What I highly recommend you, first of all, please make this crosshair of operator a bit smaller. When you're holding these pixel angles, having that big of a crosshair on the operator is shit. How the hell can I hold a pixel angle like this and see the enemies? If my crosshair is like, I don't know, like his crosshair is something like this. Is it one? It's one. But this is huge, man. I don't even see like the enemies properly. Like, you know, 0.6, completely fine. Put it there. We're all happy. Now, when you're holding these pixel angles with operator, you always want to hold the furthest left position where the enemy can peek. So what do I mean by that? Like if this Sage is peeking from right to left, like this, my crosshair is here, like this. So I'm trying to catch her on the very left edge of this choke point to shoot there. Because otherwise I won't have reaction time maybe to react on her if she just fast peeks that angle and if she crosses that area of the map. Imagine if he had shorty right now. Again. Shorty in the Sage face. Baba. One kill. Activate the dash. Reload. Dash it. Like, use the shorty.
Just save, you got a judge.
Okay. Okay. It was okay idea to save there, to be honest. It was, I mean, 1 versus 2, what can you do? But let's be honest, he lost that round because of poor decision making. Like, try to read where the enemies are gonna go next, what they're gonna do. Okay, in this round there are quite high chances that enemies are gonna push the B side, so I will play B side as well. Because enemies are definitely abusing the AB pattern of pushing, where every single round they're doing something differently, so I would once again, you know, hold the B long area of the map. I don't support this. Like, this is stupid. This is stupid. Like, he got a kill there, but the problem is you can get 2 kills there. Why get 1 when you can get 2? Like, isn't it smarter at the start of the round to run to this position and instantly position yourself here, get a kill, activate the dash, 3, 2, 1, another kill, instead of getting the first kill with the dash? Think about it. Like, try to maximize your potential as a Jett. Like, if the enemies are already not clearing you here with a Sova drone, flashes, some shit, like, if they're just peeking this like idiots, and they don't expect you to play operator there for some reason, I don't know why, you know, take an easy kill and then use the dash for a second kill. Oh no, but my guy did the vice versa. That was a really nice flick, That was a really nice shot. I'm not gonna lie, that kill was, you know, great. But a risky pick, you know. Very risky pick. If you're playing against me, I would shit on you there from some kind of an off angle.
Oh, nice. Good.
Minus 60, so...
30 remaining. Spike down B.
Okay, that's good. Personally, I would never in my life go for this aggression right here. Like, not because we're gonna lose the round, but because, like, I don't want to lose the operator. I don't want to lose my economy. I don't want to lose anything. Like, basically, maybe this Sova is gonna kill him, take the operator, drop the operator from the map. Like, just value your life, you know. Try to close these rounds without any casualties, and that's it. Like, if you already got 2 kills in B long, just rotate into the window and play with your teammates, to be honest. Ooh, that was... I thought we were gonna lose it. Like, that aggression on B long, I would never do in you know, in numbers advantage. I would just tuck myself in, play discipline, and discipline in your gameplay. That is what is gonna get you Radiant. Because a lot of times, in those stupid lobbies, Platinum, Diamond, and Ascendant, your teammates are gonna be aggressive gorillas, monkeys without brains, and they will just be pushing that Sova like idiots and dying, and maybe you're gonna lose the round 1 versus 4. Don't lose easy rounds. If the enemies are giving you easy rounds, take them. Buy the shorty. Okay. Chat, what are the chances right now that enemies are gonna push B side? Chances are below 20%. Why? Enemies have the Brimstone ultimate. They can easily use the Brimstone ultimate to clear the lamps and to push the A side. They have the Jett ultimate, which is much easier to be used on A side than on the B side. They know that he is playing with operator on the B long. If they pick that B long, they have a mental deficit, like when it comes to brain. So, in this round, if I'm playing Jett with operator, I'm playing on A side. And I'm trying to abuse the enemies on A side with the op. Playing the tower, or playing any off angle. Like, I mean, on A side, you have like such a great spots to punish the enemies. Like, with operator, you can play here, like this, pick the enemies there, drop down, reposition. You can play here, you know, like you can glide from this spot or from whichever spot you want, play up here, and then, you know, from this position, something that I love to do is I love to hide here on this spot, and then when the enemies are coming, I just take a kill there, bam, reposition. Then you can just hide here, you know, tuck yourself in, make sure, when you're playing this position, make sure that you're not holding the gun in your hands. Make sure that you're not holding the gun in your hands. Because if you're holding the gun in this position, enemies might see you from there. Like if I'm holding the op like this, they might see the tip of the operator. So, hold the knife, enemies are pushing, I'm peeking like this, taking the kill. Done. Valorant has given us this position as well. Like, any of these spots in this round would have been fine. Instead of playing on the B side. I mean, if enemies push B on this round, like, good job to them. Like, they have some kind of a mental deficit and you know. Ah, enemies have the mental deficit, definitely. Try not to repeat this peak here way too often. You know, like, this type of a peak right here. You should do maybe like 2 or 3 times in one game. Like, generally speaking, this is the most risky and the most stupid peak that you can do when you reach Immortal and Radiant lobbies. Like, in this peak, you're going to, like, get punished by a lot by the enemies. And I highly, highly recommend you to avoid it, even if you're playing Jett. go for it maybe like 1, 2, or 3 times maximum. Maximum 3 times. But trust me, like, when you reach higher elo lobbies, like what I do when I'm pushing the short area of the map, I always do this. To penetrate you, stop you, and kill you.
Seems like B.
And also, like, if the enemies are not there, in that short area of the map, you have wasted your flash. And it, pardon me, you have wasted your dash ability for nothing, like, you know. Well, how is this diamond? This guy is trolling, this is not diamond, bro. Like,
Spike down B.
Impressive.
One outside. B window.
my guy is very good with operator. My guy is very good with operator. I love his op a lot, and I love his flicks a lot. They're very precise. But what my guy has a problems with is discipline. Like, he is re-peeking the same angles way too many times, and I would never do that in my life. Like, once I peek this angle once, and I kill that sage, I'm out. I'm going behind the site, peeking that angle. Then I'm trying to peek this Jett in an unpredictable way. Like, right now, I will not peek the B long ever in my life from here again. Like, basically. He took a kill on Sage here. Okay. But then this. Bam. Now. We can peek this. Bam. Activating the dash ability. Now. Bam. Bam. Like, try to consistently switch up your positions so that enemies cannot ever anticipate what you're going to do. Unless you have a dash ability ready and available. If you activate the dash right now here, you know, yeah. You can try to go for a peek, dash away, and that's it. But without the dash, I would never re-peek this. It was really unlucky that he stopped at that moment, that we stopped this video at that moment when he peeked, because I already knew what's gonna happen, but I would have given you that stock anyways.
B long one.
Because you need to realize that even if your teammates pick up the op for you, they have wasted their economy. You know, we just lost 2,900 credits in that round. You know, like, still, you know, save the money. You know, if you really don't need to fight the enemies, don't fight them.
Oh, okay.
We have 2 operators. That's nice. Whenever Brimstone has the ultimate, I highly recommend you avoid playing the lamps. If you play the lamps, you will die 100%. So in this round, the only position I would not touch, I would just not play the lamps. And that's it. And it was a really good idea in this round as well, to play the A site, because we demolished the enemies on B. If enemies have the guts to go on B, good job. You know, I have nothing to say. Now, what he does in this round, it really doesn't matter. Like, with operator, you can play so many different good off angles and good positions that he simply cannot make a mistake. Whichever position he chooses, like, is good. Except positioning like this, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Listen, if you're playing these elevated spots, so any elevated position, whether it is this, whether it is this, whether it is this, any elevated position, and you're peeking the enemies, always make sure that you're playing on the bottom edge of that position. You will see when I play Jett with operator, I always line up myself with the edge, so that once I take this shot, I can instantly pull out the knife and drop down, instead of staying on this position and dying like a potato. Like, if I take this op shot, I need to do this, and then I'm staying on the enemy's screen for the longer period of time than I... Why would I do that? I mean, this is maybe not important that much in Platinum and Diamond, but it is a really good habit that you can build up for future skill levels that you're going to approach. Like, this is very important in Immortal and Radiant. So, here, doing this, instantly dropping down.
Where are you?
I mean, if that stage didn't have a Marshall, he would have died. In this round, there is no way in hell that I would have repositioned in lamps. First of reason is, enemies are playing an eco round, half by round, they can easily, you know, kill me. Second reason is, like, Brimstone has the ultimate. I need to waste my dash ability now to escape. Maybe if he had a shorty, it was an okay idea. But without the shorty, why the fuck would I go lamps? Like, you know, you miss a shot from this position, no problem. Maybe watch this angle. Someone is always going to push from that spot. Just watch it. Take an easy kill. Or reposition here, reposition on this off angle, go on tower, anywhere. If the enemy smoke you on tower, say thank you to them. Whoever does a tower smoke is a mental imbecile in solo queue. Because this smoke will always have a gap here and here, and this gap is never observed by your teammates on the attacker side. Never. Like, no, like, whenever I see that player smoke a tower, they never realize that there is always a gap left and right.
Enemy kill. You will not kill my ally.
That repositioning there, you know, like, with the updraft was a bit risky, to be honest. I mean, you already have a teammate with open tower. Like, why don't we just, you know, use this angle? Is like, you know, I mean, it is the same crap and a bit less risky. Is the Jett bind 6.08 off-angle bannable? Listen, guys, whichever bug you're abusing in the game, it is not bannable. It is Riot Games' mistake. Only the pro players cannot use super dashes, super updraftations, super whatever. Like, you can use every single bug as long as it is in the game. Abuse it. It's a meta. You know, if you already know that you can abuse this angle here, is it here? Here? Use it. Fuck it up. Kill the enemies. How much you can move on this position? Oh, it is because of this wall here. Uh-huh. So you can go all the way to this position. This spot is also good for watching the showers. I mean, these guys are... Bro, imagine that guy dying there. Bam. He doesn't even see me because of this smoke. My dude has a serious problem of discipline and not using his dash ability to fight the enemies. Like, and also, you know, try not to overstack. Try not to overstack certain positions. Like, if you already have a gecko with operator on tower, why would you play tower? You know, like, Brimstone gave you a smoke here. So what? You can still kill the enemies that are up there. Like, you have so many good, like, whenever you're playing Valorant, put yourself in the shoes of the enemies. How people usually push the short area of the map. Some people are going through here, some are dashing, some are, you know, going through here, but there will always be someone on this position. Such an easy kill with the operator. You know, wait for that guy, remove him from the map, if the enemies don't have a smoke for the truck, and that's it. In this type of a scenario, I would have never picked without the dash ability available. To be honest, I would have never picked this angle if I have 5 HP. This round was such a pointless loss.
Alright, homies, chill. We'll go again. Damn, you love being here. Like, wait.
Whenever you build up the Jett ultimate, I highly recommend you to use the Jett ultimate as a primary weapon. Use the Jett ultimate with a shorty and that's it. And buy the heavy shielded utility. The sooner you use it, the faster you will build it up, and the more economy you're going to save for yourself and your team.
Way too much. Dream big, make it happen.
This position here is not a bad peak for the ultimate. Basically, like, but you need to be very fast and very precise. So you can go up here and do this. Like, it's worth a try. You know, not bad.
My
Happen.
If you pick a right timing and enemies are actually there, like, you know, worth a try. Always buy some secondary weapon. When you're playing the ultimate and you have good economy. You have enough to afford it. Buy the Stinger and Shorty. Buy a Shorty. Buy a Sheriff.
They got 2 operator now, man.
It's big.
50 on Jett.
As I said, like, you know, this is a, you know, worthy peak. Worthy peak. Like, it's okay to try it. It's okay.
impressive.
Sage B window.
Enemy spotted B.
Sage B window.
Spike plant.
How does he have a Vandal?
They got 2 operator now, man.
Ah, his teammate died in the city. Okay.
Bring them down.
His teammate died in the
Sage
city.
B window.
Spike planted. Bring them down.
Operator on me.
Okay. Okay, no,
Planted.
not bad. Not bad, not bad.
Bring them down.
The only problem here is the lack of map awareness in this round. You know, like, if your Omen is already not ready on the minimap to fight with you, I would not fight the enemies with 70 HP. You know, like, try to create opportunities for yourself when you're playing Jett. Like, create opportunities with the smokes, with your utility, with your teammates. Like, you don't need to fight alone against the whole world. Like, try to fight with your teammates. Like, for an example, you know, if you know, I have 3 bullets of the knives, I have 70 HP. Why don't I just, you know, do this, and now I pick the enemies and I try to clear this, clear this, clear this, instead of just pushing out of the smoke and risking it everything for the kills. King Julian, welcome stream, man. What comp is the best for Pearl? I'll talk about that later, okay? I'm gonna answer your question in depth later. There's gonna be a new shorts video.
Operator on me. Just bait him.
Chill with this peak. You will be punished in a higher elo lobbies. From Immortal 1, you will be punished for this heavily. Especially if you're doing it alone, I would not do it this many times. But in these lobbies, this is gonna work because players are mentally ill. You know, in lobbies below Immortal 1, you can abuse these peaks how much, you know, however you want. And that aggression after that kill was pointless. Like, what I'm trying to teach the players is the following. I want to get a player that is below Immortal 1 to build a good habit that will not make him hard stuck Immortal 1 player forever. Because these type of aggressions, this lack of discipline, will cost you a lot in Immortal lobbies. Like, there are so many hard stuck Immortal players in Valorant and hard stuck Ascendant players with so many bad habits, and they will never see the daylight of a Radiant gun body. Like, they will never see that shiny gun body in their hands. Only because of this type of plays. Like, you need to be a more disciplined player. Now he's 5 versus 2, and he's fighting alone still. Fuck it, man. Like, you go back, like, you know, play with your teammates, close out this round. Fuck it, man. Like, you don't need any more kills. It's fine. You're on the top of the leaderboard. You'll be a match MVP.
There is B long. There's short.
One enemy remaining.
Wait, Omen, wait.
Jesus.
Okay, okay.
Nice. Save the OP, save.
I can buy.
After that shenanigan of round, once again, basically, what is the main power of Omen or Bind? This ultimate ability is very useful for fast rotations and when enemies are using the TPs, etc, etc. Like, in this round, once again, I would think that enemies are gonna go A. And the highest chances are that they're gonna go A. Plus, they have the Raze ultimate, and they can easily push the A side with the Raze ultimate. I mean, it makes more sense. Only, you know, I don't know what I'm speaking about here. Like, I'm just speaking on the previous round's experience and sharing my experience with you, like,
Yeah, amen.
Your rotations on Bind should be slow, methodical, and based on a lot of questions. They should never be fast. They should never be mindless, because we have stupid teleporters that enemies can use to rotate at any moment of time. If 4 of your teammates are already on A site, they got a kill, stay on B site. Stay on B site until your teammates start dying, losing the map control, or, I don't know, some shenanigans happen on A site. Like, when I'm rotating on defender side of Bind, what am I asking myself? Number 1 question, do my teammates see the spike? Do we have the spike control? How many enemies are there? How many enemies are in that area of the map? Is there someone lurking, flanking, I don't know, like maybe taking the B main control right now and doing something alone on B site? How good are my teammates? Are they having a fun time defending that specific position? If my teammates are good, they're just, you know, killing the enemies, shitting on enemies, I don't need to rotate. I can just stay on B and wait to see if enemies will maybe finish on the B site. Fourth question is how much map control enemies have taken from us. I mean, if enemies are already here, I need to rotate. I need to rotate like instantly from B to A. Fifth question is any of my teammates dead? If my teammates are dying, I will also pull out a faster rotation. And the sixth question can be like, the sixth reason to rotate can maybe be like enemies' overall playstyle in the previous rounds. If enemies only pushed S5 towards one position and they never rotated, it's okay to rotate a bit faster. But in this round, it just doesn't make any sense.
2 in front of.
Especially, you know, using the TP alone without any support of your teammates from the showers is just stupid. Like, this Fade was not ready to help you out. You never know into what you're teleporting. Like, what I'm trying to do on both attackers and defenders side of Bind, I'm trying to limit the usage of the TPs. Only when I need to use them, and only when my teammates are having a hard time on the opposite part of the map. Every time you use a TP, you're teleporting into unknown territory if your teammates are not there, and enemies can easily punish you and easily kill you.
Fuck, where am I?
Whoa.
With my
Like, this game decision could have costed us the whole round.
crew. Can someone buy me, please?
Thanks.
Okay, now, very high chances that enemies are gonna push B this round. Once again, he's going to waste his dash ability. Yo, dingy, man, bro. Man. On my Discord server, I need to do, I think, 10 free VOD reviews. We need to do 3 coaching and Valorant points giveaways. Man. Thank you a lot, man. Thank you. But he is supporting you guys, actually. He's giving you something. Thank you a lot, man. Thank you a lot for the 10 gifted, man. Much love, much love, much love, much love. I don't know what to say anymore, bro. Like, literally. Thank you. It means a lot. Means a lot. Oh, he actually didn't use the dash here now. Okay, okay. We are evolving. We are evolving. Very good crosshair placement. I like it actually. For a higher up position, that's good.
One in bath.
Yo, Henrik, thank you all for the gift sub to VV048, man. Thank you all, man. He's giving you work to do. Considering that Jett to Immortal series is almost done, I think I'm going to take a 7 days break from playing Valorant before I start with Omen. And for 7 days, I'm just going to be doing VOD reviews. Pre-VOD reviews. And building a Jett playbook. You know, why not? Since we already have so many free VOD reviews to do.
You will not kill my ally. Way.
In front of A. Coming A.
Run, little man.
Oh, it's scared my ass.
Sorry.
What was Gecko? What was Gecko shooting, man? There.
Coming A.
Run, little man.
Oh, it's scared my ass.
Bro. Gecko is fighting the demons, man.
I'm going A.
I'm staying B.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. If you're alone on the B side and you need to jump these angles, you always do this. So that you see both B long and the window. Here, bam. Here, bam. Like, you never want to do this. You never want to do this.
Nice. One more. Nice. Nice, guys.
Nice.
One enemy remaining.
Well done.
Shooting the voices in his head. True, bro. Bro, I need to take a haircut, man. I need to take a haircut fast, bro. Fast. Look at this. Bro. Guys. I have the avatar haircut, man. Avatar is coaching you, man. Bro. What the fuck is this monstrosity? What the fuck is this monstrosity, bro?
What are you doing?
Gorilla Bender.
Please.
Buy me.
Listen, boys. If you already wanna go for this type of a peak, you need to use the dash ability. Like, it is never worth it to go for this type of a peak without dash ability. Losing your life here is one of the most stupid things that you can do. I will punish you a lot of the times for this peak, you know, like, if I was playing the Jett on a defender's side, before the round starts, I would use the updraft, glide to this position, and I'll punish you. Like, if you're crossing from here to here alone, always use the dash, and that's it. But I really think a bit smarter idea, like some strategy that he didn't use, is just holding this, taking an easy kill, dash, 3, 2, 1, bam. You get 2 kills. You know, 2 potentials to get a kill.
One in front of A.
Stone.
Switching side.
As well, thank you for me.
Okay, attacker side of bind, I have covered yesterday. Yesterday I was speaking in depth about attacker side on bind, and I was explaining you know everything that you should do on Jett. On my Discord server right now, I'm building the playbook. You can find it right here. Look at this. So on my Discord server, if you join Discord, and if you're if you are a Twitch sub, a YouTube member, or Discord sub, or you got coached by me, you get access to this room right here. Agent Guides. Right here. And basically, in that room, you have a folder of all of the agent guides that I'm going to make in the next 2 years. So basically, I'm going to make an agent... I'm going to make guides for every single agent on every single map, and you can access it there. I started uploading the Jett videos there already. Okay, first round of bind. The rule is very simple. It is better in the first round to push the B site, generally, and to try to take the B site control, because B site is your default site, and B site is the site that, you know, is just easier for the postman, harder for the retake. Now, if enemies have Killjoy, Sage, and Cypher in the same team, they have two of these agents. I will never push B, I'll push A. So they have 2 of these characters, we're pushing the A site. They have 1 of these characters, or 0 of them, we're pushing B site. Now, also, one more tip here. If you don't have Sage in your team on the attacker side, majority of rounds, you want to end up on the B site. Because planting the spike without the Sage is hell of a time. But maybe if you have a Gecko, and you have a good smokes for the A site, you can finish on A as well. So in this round, essentially, it doesn't matter if they push A or B. Like, you know, I'm just shit-talking here for no reason. So, game decision is fine. The only thing, when I'm playing Jett on the attacker side, I will always prioritize going through here and through here. I'm never going to risk in eco rounds, halbye rounds, when the enemies are eco halbye, and in the first round, going through here and here. Never in my life. Like with the Jett, I always want to push the clean corridors, long-range corridors, execute the bomb sites fast, and that's it. Yo! Elsen Equilibrium, thank you all for the Prime sub, and thank you for scamming Jeff Bezos, baby. Wait. Charlatan, the Gorilla Bender. Bro, but this is looking... This is comical, man. Comical haircut. What the fuck, bro? I need to go bold, man. Bold Charlatan incoming. Okay, so in the first round, if I'm pushing the B side, yo, Smirky, bro, like, come on. Smirky, man, thank you a lot, and tomorrow you're getting a huge coaching session. Smirky is, by the way, one of the guys that I've coached, and he is a really good guy. I really feel that he has a potential to be a Radiant player one day, and to maybe even be a pro player. He's also very young, I think, like, so, yeah. My dude is seeing the places. Now, listen. What I wanted to say. Let me fix the haircut. Good. So, when you're pushing the B set in the first round with Jett, you always want to prioritize going through the B long area of the map. And I would always buy a classic light shield and 2 smokes. Or a frenzy, smoke and updraft. You're pushing the B long with your teammates, jump spotting the enemies, pushing through this area of the map, clearing this, clearing this, clearing this, activating the dash ability, peeking these angles, and your primary job is taking the side control. Dashing there, picking this fight and this fight with the enemies, and the... Yo, PVK, man, thank you for another 5 gifted subs, bro. Bro, my community is filled with Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk's. Thank you all, guys. I cannot yell and scream. My heart is pumping the whole day, and my neighbors are gonna kill me, bro. Kill me, man. So that is what he should do in this round. Like, why you want to avoid? Imagine as if I was screaming right now. I'm sub, but how can I get the sub role on Discord? You need to connect your Discord account with a Twitch account. Okay, deal. Now, another reason why you want to avoid the window area of the map in the first round is because enemies can easily spam you with a utility to the TP. Like one of the most common strategies that you will see in solo queue, you know, Raze is gonna wait with a nade here. Nade is gonna come here, destroy you, delete you, etc, etc. This is very bad as a Jett player, like, you know, going in the first round through the window. Like, you're just risking your life for nothing. Like, in the window, you should always send your, I don't know, like, Gecko, Fade, Recon, Agent, some shit like that. Don't play window. You see? Why? 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 Like, wouldn't it be easier for you in the first round on bind to just go through the B long with a classic pistol and 2 smokes, push through here, clear all of these angles, close range angles, push into the site, close the gap with the enemies, reveal the enemy here, take a kill there, push into the site again with another smoke on top of there, and that's it. Smoking this, dashing there. Easy. Easy execute. Don't complicate things if they don't need to be complicated. Consistent gameplay is very important in Valorant. Like, you need to learn what is consistent and what is a pure gambling for you.
Yes.
In those eco rounds, on the attacker's side with Jett, I would just buy the shorty and I would try to dash into the face of the enemies. Like, it is so easy on bind on the attacker's side to close the gap with the enemies. And on a defender's side as well. Buy the shorty, dash into the lamps, delete one enemy with a shorty, and that's it. Don't complicate stuff. You see how valuable right now the smoke would have been? The shorty would have been. Okay, I mean, he got a kill with a triple click anyways.
No.
Reloading. Reloading.
Bro, Soba was playing Frenzy in this round. I don't know which YouTube channels you're watching, guys. I don't know, like, which guys you're watching. But in a second round of bind, you need to have that Judge or Spectre. Like, you cannot risk losing this round. Or Stinger, at least.
I got the spike. Our spike carrier is
On
killed.
top of the
Spike
box.
down A. Reloading. Reloading.
I mean, it's an eco round. Like, I mean, as long as you get 1 kill and you trace yourself for 1 kill, that's fine. You know, my primary focus in those rounds is not winning the round. My primary focus is just trading myself for as many kills as possible. I get 1 kill, my job is done.
Last player standing.
Fine.
Jett, Grim was behind
Fine.
you.
Okay. Huge tip on the bind attacker side. Enemies are playing an eco, half buy, or bonus round. Tell your teammates to avoid this and to avoid this. To be fair, the absolutely best push that you can do when the enemies are eco, half buy, or bonus on a defender side of bind is doing a 5-man push to the B long. And you will see that a lot of times when I see that enemies are eco, half buy, or bonus, I tell my teammates, guys, let's push. Let's push the 5-man B long. And that's it. You don't even need the window. Tell your Omen to smoke this. To smoke this. Omen flashes this. We're out.
I'm making a smoke. Jen, yes.
Here.
You smoke heaven at the same time.
Look at those two boosted bonobos. They're going through the showers right now against the shotguns and shorties and shit. That's a new way of peeking the angles, I guess, from the Sova. Swinging the angle like a monkey. Like, what the fuck Sova did there? And also, it was very interesting how our Jett player moved here. Like, I don't know. It's okay, like, I mean, he has his teammates to support him. Maybe not the best idea to crouch here, but, you know. I don't know what was happening in his head. Like, what was his idea right here? When it comes to the mechanical skill of this player, he's great. If his mechanics are amazing, he should be playing Jett, Raze, and Reyna and Phoenix, and playing the duelists only. Like, his mechanics are really good, on a level of some average low immortal player. But his game decisions can cost him a lot of the matches in the future. Lack of discipline, lack of executes, lack of strategies, lack of thinking like what enemies are actually doing, where they are, map awareness, like, I don't know. What rank is this? Up there, man. Up there, Diamond 1. I just said how his mechanics are amazing, and he did this to me, man. He did this to me. Come on, man. Please, guys, keep the shorty as a primary, secondary weapon. It's always gonna be useful. Always trust me. I mean, okay, I mean, all of his game decisions were fine in this round. Only the, you know, that spray on the Sage was bad. Even this updraft here was fine. You know, like, I would have updrafted as well. I'm not gonna lie. I would have updrafted as well to kill the Brimstone behind the site. And that was... Murky, bro, man. Chill, man. Chill, bro. Thank you a lot for the 5 gifted subs, baby. Much love, man. Much love. Much love. Top G of our community, man. Top G. He, Dangi, PVK, and bro, you guys are amazing. Thank you a lot. Charlatan is gonna eat some chicken from now on and finally build up some muscles. I lost all of my muscles, man. Like, I'm coaching the, like, I'm gonna die from coaching players. So, his game decisions were fine. That updraft there was fine. Everything was fine. The only thing that was not fine is... what was not fine? That his teammates were not there to refrag him. It's okay. Good. Good run. There's nothing I can shit about here. But it is theoretically a bit easier to push 5 B long when the enemies are bonusing and playing eco and hull by rounds than pushing through the stupid showers and A short and window.
Their fears betrayed them.
I heavily recommend you guys, like, whenever you're pushing the B long with the Jett, you want to push in this way. So at the start of the round, just use the updraft, you know, before the round starts, and glide to this position. And then from this position, pick the enemies there. They're never going to have a crosshair placement ready for you guys, and they will never expect you in this elevated spot. Can you actually glide from this position, maybe? That takes too much time, right? No, that's not even possible. Okay.
I'm holding the jump.
We need...
Damn, he hit me for...
Got the spike, Wings.
Huh? Where is the Brimstone, man? Where is the Brimstone? Let me see that execute again. No, fine. Bro, Brimstone Houdini. Nah, man, like, there's nothing I can say here. Nah, a bit unlucky. A bit unlucky, to be honest. Like, these last 2 rounds, like, just a bit of unlucky moments. Okay.
Where are you? Still in sight. Lock in sight.
If you already want to use the ultimate as a primary weapon in some round, I highly recommend you to pop your ultimate immediately. I think that in this round he's playing a heavy shield with a shorty, and he wants to use his ultimate if he ends up in some fucked up scenario. Generally speaking, I would not be risking that much, because you don't know in what type of scenario you're going to end up, and I would have definitely used the ultimate. Like, how I would have pushed here is the following. So I would pop out the ultimate immediately. Even if I wasted it, it's completely fine. I'm saving my economy, and I'm going to build up that ultimate anyways, you know, later, again. So, ultimate, heavy shield, shorty. I would pick these angles here with the ultimate, this angle with the ultimate, and then as I'm going there, I'm going to use the shorty and do this. But if that Sova pulls the range with me, you know, Sova is all the way there, I'll quickly switch to the knives and just go with the knife kill. And also another tip, whenever you're pushing the A site, it is always better to push from left than to push from right here. Why? Because when you're pushing from the right here, you can get this contact with the enemies, and pushing from right to left is harder than pushing from left to right. Essentially, like, this guy can easily kill you, and it is just riskier to push from the right side. When you're pushing from the left side, essentially, like, you can also abuse the bench to pick enemies from different elevated spots, and essentially to avoid this gunfight with that enemy.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, I mean, we are 5 versus 1. We can, you know, we can have some fun, I guess.
Your guard up.
Did you say asshole?
I advise you, if your teammates are not playing on the contact in this short area of the map, like if your teammates are not shifting and the call is let's push fast, always penetrate this angle for 1 full magazine to prevent enemies from peeking you. And if the enemies continue peeking, their movement is going to be slowed down because at least 1 bullet is going to hit them.
Get out of my way.
This is such a stupid teleport to Fomen. If he commits to, if Omen commits to this, that is the most stupid thing that you can do as an Omen player. The most stupid thing. And the most stupid timing. Bro, you cannot do this type of play if you didn't support your teammates with utility and if you're not executing something. This lonely play I would never do in my life.
No, I fucked up so hard.
So stupid. So stupid. Never do that, guys. Never, 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 never.
Not bad.
Still in sight.
Is the Brimstone with the Bucky here? Chat, what do you think? Is Brimstone playing Bucky in the smoke? Nah, no, Bucky, okay.
2 and A.
But by the way, whenever you're pushing the B set of bind, try always to have at least one of your teammates going through the B long area of the map. And if no one is going from the B long, you should go alone. Like, it is really, really scary to push the B site only through the window without having the B long control, because this guy might, you know, lurk behind you fast. He can kill you from multiple different angles. Your smokers will never smoke this for you, and it is stupid to push the B site without B long. It is fine to push B site without the window, but it is stupid to push the B site without the B long.
Reloading.
So was teleport.
And generally speaking, whenever you find yourself in a post plant and you're playing this position, this is the absolutely worst post-plant position that you can play on bind. Absolutely the worst. Like, essentially, you are very easy and prone to die from the enemy's utility. This gunfight here,
So was.
the second. This gunfight here is never working in your favor because enemies can be on multiple different vertical positions in terms of their headshot, and you always need to do some kind of a flick micro adjustment that might cost you a life. And it is always better as soon as you take the, you know, if I was here playing instead of him, I would just do, you know, clear this, clear that, do that, clear the bomb site, clear the site. I would instantly go into the elbow and garden to clear the elbow, clear the garden, clear the B-long completely with my Reyna, and then I would position myself on some kind of an off angle like this, or if no one is holding the elbow, I would just hold the elbow for my teammates. But this spot, you will never see me in my life play in solo queue. This spot and that spot there, you should try to avoid as much as possible. Unless you have a dash ability and you can just, you know, peek the enemies, reset yourself for the next gunfight, etc, etc. Okay, not bad, not bad. Very good player, I must say, mechanically. With Operator, he is great. With the guns, he can definitely work on his, you know, spray patterns, shooting techniques, and generally, you know, controlling this RNG a bit better. Overall, I really feel that this guy has a potential to be, you know, a very high immortal player, but he needs to work on his discipline, on his pathings, and his game knowledge. Understanding the maps, understanding the enemies, understanding the teammates, and understanding what is good, bad, and optimal in his gameplay. When to use the dash, when not to use the dash, etc, etc. Overall, not bad. Not bad. Okay, that's it from the VOD review.